Hello, Uncle Spurt here, and this week I buggered off to New York City for a good bit of Google shenanigans. Partly to have a proper fondle of those new pixely smartphones, but mostly because Google promised there would be an unlimited free bar. New York, concrete jungle that smells of old piss, mixed in with sepsis. Talking about New York. My room is pretty much literally a bed, a sink, and a toilet, which I'm reasonably sure I could actually piss in without leaving the bed. It's a feature which I highly approve of. And yeah, I've got a free evening, so I could go out and explore Manhattan or, take in a Broadway show. Or, just do what I always do and piss off down the nearest office, buy a backpack full of cheap booze and get loaded here in my hotel room. Alright, so I've grabbed myself a selection of thoroughly disgusting alcoholic beverages, as well as obligatory snacks, of course. So let's see what we've got. Let's start with this bad boy here. I grabbed this one because it looked particularly American and patriotic. The Loko USA 4 Loko. A premium malt beverage, apparently, with artificial flavours and sweeteners, naturally. Doesn't say where it's brewed or anything else about it. Other than it's 13.9%. That should get me in a New York state of mind. Oh, that has got quite the bouquet. I don't even know what that is. It doesn't smell like beer, which is what I thought it was. It smells kind of fruity. Oh well, bottoms up. Oh my god, one sip and I already think I'm about to throw up. Seriously, if you've heard of this and you actually know what it is, please let me know in the comments. Just intrigued to see what colour it is as well. Oh, it's completely transparent. Just looks like I'm drinking sparkling water. Oh, just a few sips. I swear to God, my tongue has already gone numb. Ah, nah. Oh, what I'm essentially doing here is drinking a pint of sparkling wine that's been brewed by psychopaths. Oh god, I'm just gonna have to see it away. Massively regretting life decisions right now. Right, definitely time for a snack break. Got to pad the old stomach. And I've gone for a particularly sophisticated 7-Eleven snack. I was intrigued by this one because it's Andy Capp's Fire Tots, and I don't know if anyone remembers Andy Capp. I sure as shit do. He's some wee lazy Geordie fella who used to appear in comic strips and newspapers well back in the day when I was a sprog. No idea what he's doing on a packet of puff corn in a 7-Eleven in 2025 New York. Give this a go. Oh, they do smell lush like. Basically hot Cheetos. Andy Capp, you cheeky f***er. I got no idea how these are allegedly 210 calories though, because they're basically just air. Absolutely just dissolve in your tongue. Right, it's time to crack open beverage number 2 of the night. The Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged Tea, peach flavour. Thought it would be a nice refreshing change after whatever the hell it is I just put inside myself. I positively like this one at just 7%. Practically a baby's drink. And here in America they do seem to love a seltzer. Basically the American equivalent of like a Smirnoff Ice or a WKD, I guess. Actually smells rather nice. It does actually smell like peach iced tea. Not that I drink peach iced tea very often. You know what? That's pretty foul. But it does kind of remind me of some of the alcohol pops used to drink back in the day in Sunderland as a sprightly 17-year-old. I'm trying to decide whether I like it less than the previous one. Let's give it the old glass test. See what colour it is. It is actually a sort of peachy colour. Either that or it's just someone's specimen. It does have a lot of stuff floating in it. Yum. Does it go well with the Andy Capp snacks though? That is the big question. Oh f me, no it really does not. Alright, so we've tried the patriotic American beer. Now it's time for a bit of Olde English. The Olde English brand 800 malt liquor, to be precise. I've got to say, the can absolutely screams high class, right down to the no expenses spared crown logo, which doesn't at all look like somebody's daughter knocked it up in Microsoft Paint in about 4 minutes. I have to confess to being ignorant in the matters of malt liquor. Not entirely sure what it is. I don't think it's good, though. I'm pretty sure it's not beer. And the most terrifying thing about this is I can't actually find a percentage printed anywhere on this can, which I thought was illegal. I thought you had to declare that. First, the old sniff test. Oh, I'll tell you what that reminds me of, kiddies. That reminds me of a good old can of Skull, which my dad used to be very fond of. He used to get the old 24 packs of Skull for like £8 from Morrison's back in the day. Yeah, that tastes like Skull as well. It's actually not an unpleasant taste. It just tastes like weak lager. Does this even have alcohol in it? I hope I haven't gone for some bloody non-alcoholic malt liquor, because there's certainly no point in drinking this if it's not going to get you pissed. No, it's all good, kiddies. Your Uncle Spurt's knackered old peepers just didn't quite manage to pick out the alcohol percentage, which is buried away in this tiny little label here. It looks like 5.9%. You'll have to get our magnifying glass for that one. Let's do the old pour test. Yeah, fair f***s, it's the most beer-looking thing that I've had so far. Yeah, you know what, this is actually my favourite of the bunch so far. Not that that's particularly hard. It's kind of like saying being punched in the face is better than being kicked in the cock. This might actually be vaguely pleasant if you're supping it in a lovely park in the sunshine with good friends. Or, you know, just getting blasted on your own in your shitty tiny New York room. Alright, Jesus Christ, yeah, the lights are starting to grow dim already. But more drinks to get through. This is the original Arizona Premium Spiked Beverage Hard Real Brewed Green Tea with ginseng flower and honey. Sounds almost good for you. Only 5%, you know, so again, another kiddie drink. Sniff test. Oh dear. This smells not too dissimilar to that first drink, unfortunately. Oh, that is f***ing rank. I am not detecting the ginseng or the honey. It tastes more like if you basically just melted a whole bunch of Haribo and then mixed in the tears of an orphan. Let's give it the old pour test. It does look like the piss of a moderately well-hydrated person, which is somewhat ironically not what I will be after all this bollocks. Again, I'm not sure why anyone would actually choose to drink this. If you want to drink a f***ing green tea, then just drink a green tea. Maybe just plop some vodka in it or something. I think I'll just be seeing this one away. American cuisine, best in the world. Oh, f***. I tell you what, I don't know which one of these beverages is responsible, but I just cannot stop pissing right now. I've had to go to the toilet like 4 times since I started this video. And I know I'm old, but even that's extreme for me. Right, next. So next up, this one caught my eye. We've got ourselves a Blue Razzberry, with Z's, of course, because it's f***ing American. Beatbox, which kind of, when you first see it, you're like, oh, it's like a kiddie's fruit box. Except it's 11.1% alcoholic. So, you know, want to chuck in the kiddie's packed lunch, if they've been particularly good. The world's tastiest party punch, it declares on the side of the frigging carton, so, well, I'll be the judge of that. First up, the sniff test. That smells arousingly familiar. I want to say it smells like one of the VKs, one of the sort of bluey, purpley VKs that I used to drink back in the day. It certainly doesn't smell like any actual fruit has gone anywhere f***ing near it. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got like Blue Wicked written all over it, hasn't it? Okay, so this is a new one. Even for a raging alcoholic like me, my left nipple has started to tingle. I don't know if it's because of all the horrific stuff I'm putting inside of myself. I'm not 100% against it, but it is slightly troubling. Troublesome? Am I having a stroke? My left nipple is tingling. Am I having a stroke?
I understand you're concerned about a tingling sensation in your left nipple. While that may be startling, it's unlikely to be a symptom of a stroke.
Alright, fine. That's all good then. I'm not dying! Hooray! Oh God, it still tastes like that goddamn juice box. I decided last night, after all of that horrendous booze, it'd be a really good idea to go out and drink some more. Don't think I can face getting out of bed, although I do have a flight in about 6 hours, so that's going to be interesting. What was the point of all of this? What did we learn? Well, I learned nothing. Moral of the story, don't drink stuff what I did. There you go, doesn't need to be any deeper than that, does it? Best thing I put inside myself last night
by a country mile was the Andy Cap crisps. Right, your Uncle Spurt is off to find some Alka-Seltzer. But yeah, don't forget to poke subscribe, ding that notifications bell for more dumb shit like this. Have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers, everybody. Love you.